Yaka here with Busy Adults. Today we are talking about Barbarians and our favorite subclasses within the Barbarian class. So, I hope you enjoy.
Hey y'all, welcome back. It's time for the Busy Adults podcast. Woo!
What's going on? Howdy, folks. We are Yakaless yet again.
What is he even doing?
I have no idea. Like, the sad thing is, just to give you a little background, we normally record on Tuesdays. This past Tuesday, people had shit. So we're like, hey, what would be a good day? Yaka goes, hey, let's do Friday. And then come Thursday morning, oh, hey, guys, I forgot I had plans. I can't make it. So, literally, this morning, which is now Friday, to message each other as I get out of work going, hey, what are we doing? Are we still recording? What's our topic? Because what this episode was supposed to be about was the final, just to give you a time frame, the wrap-up of Season 2 Critical Role.
Yeah, guys, today's June 25th in the U.S., by the way, so that's where we're at with the recordings, and when this episode comes out, probably 2, 3, 4 weeks later, I can't even remember anymore.
Maybe 2, maybe what? I don't even know what today is. I'm like, I know it's Friday, so I don't have to set my alarm for tomorrow.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Fuck you, 40-hour part-timers.
I didn't even work a full 40 hours. My boss made me go home at 39.95. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. I'll go home an hour and a half early.
Hey, I came home early today, too.
Well, he was
fucking slackers.
Yeah, well, he was leaving, and he's like, yeah, guys, the prison work camp is closing. You guys can go home. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Thanks.
Well, we had that party on Tuesday, and so it was a 12-hour day for me, Rochelle, and the other coworker. And he's like, why don't you guys just leave early on Friday? And it's like, all right, sure, fine. Yeah. You're not going to twist my arm, you know?
Exactly.
See, us normal folk, we're used to working 7 or 8 hours in a work day, like a normal work day. Yeah. You, on the other hand, Drake, are a monster. And you're...
Yeah. 9.5 hours is normal for me, so it's like, hey.
I know. No, I'll be pulling those hours come the fall. I will. 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting.
It'll be something.
Yeah, you know, the collegiate times.
Yep.
They're going.
God, I'm already feeling like overwhelmed and a little behind because of how many fucking orders are coming through. And everything funnels through my department, which is me, before it goes out to production. So it's like 3 people get orders. It all comes down to me. So I get all these hundreds and hundreds of orders for all these college bookstores and retail stores. And then it gets pushed out to production. They can do $30,000 a day. I can't process $30,000.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
With customer approvals, licensing approvals, getting all of these artwork done, I have to send a lot of it to an outside source to get done, and then send it back to me, and I go through it and review. Like, I don't even do most of those art approvals. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah.
The life of a big-time graphic design manager.
Yeah, basically. I will be the creative director once we get the new system that we're going to be running in, and more business. But we're already seeing a hell of an increase from last year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys only do like big companies, big stuff. You don't have like a business down the road be like, hey, can you print me off like 12 t-shirts?
No, we don't do anything like that. So just a little bit of background. We are a wholesale manufacturer.
Okay, I was going to say, you don't have to go into it.
I'm not going to go into the specific, but we are a wholesale manufacturer for all NCAA colleges for a specific set of apparel. So every single one, whether it's D3, D2, D1, all of it. We do shit for Notre Dame, Ohio State, Michigan State.
Fuck Ohio State.
Yes, honest to God, fuck Ohio State. They're insane. Their licensing is bullshit.
Oh,
fuck
no.
Ohio State. Fuck them all.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so.
Sorry to those Ohio State fans out there. This is Michigan.
No, there is no regret.
No, hold on.
No.
This is Michigan. This is the circumstance that we were born into. We're sworn enemies. It is what it is.
Yeah, but now I have actual, like, work reasons to hate them, so. Yeah.
No, fuck Ohio State. I've dealt with enough of those assholes. Fuck them.
Damn.
There's just an arrogance about them, even out of...
It's a good thing.
Work.
It's a good thing the analytics show that, like, next to nobody from Ohio listens to our podcast, so. Hey!
Like, oh, these guys are from Michigan? Yeah, fuck Michigan.
Yeah, fuck you guys. But yeah, so that's basically what it is. So since COVID lockdowns are, not anything anymore in the U.S., for the most part, sports is happening again. College sports are happening. All these bookstores are now ordering a shit ton of stuff. And I'm just getting slammed. So
College sports.
And I've been there for a month. 1 month. New job. It's great.
The sad thing is, I actually follow the Delta strain and shit, and yeah.
Oh, it's going to be bad.
Ooh. Oh, it's going to be real bad.
Yeah. Get your vaccinations, people. Fucking do it.
Yeah, like, you're going to be fine. You might feel a little sick or sore.
For a day or two. Just do it.
But this Delta strain is not something to fuck with, and... It's going to be interesting coming this fall.
Yep. I wish I could vaccinate our kids, but they're 1 year old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muffin's going to be going to school.
Yeah.
This fall. Like real school.
Yep. And they're little petri dishes.
Yeah. Fuck. She hardly ever got sick, which was like awesome, but then we started sending her to daycare so that she could learn how to be a person. You have to learn, like, you have to listen to the adults and follow the rules.
Yep.
You can have friends, but you have to share.
Yep.
Just, learning things that she can't learn at home.
As a single child. Yeah.
As one child in a household that she's grown up around adults. That's her thing.
Yes.
All of everybody she knows is practically an adult. Our birthday party will consist of 3 kids. Like,
she was very wary of my kids when we were over at Drake's house. She's like,
well, they were little.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they were little.
She's not used to kids.
She's cool with, like, hey, Ollie, I haven't seen you in a minute.
Exactly, because he's older.
You're almost my height. Like, we can chill. I can kind of understand you.
Yeah.
He's getting there, too.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm. You don't understand, dude. That kid's got like an obsession with construction vehicles.
Oh.
So we go down I-69 during where it's all tore up in Flint. And it's literally like, Daddy, bulldozer, Daddy, dump truck, backhoe. Although I did find out, cranes are no longer called cranes. They're called scoopies.
Scoopies. I like it.
Scoops?
And speedways are no longer speedways. They are ices. Because that's where we get all of our ices.
Okay. Perfect. I don't like speedway
all right.
name anyway.
I'll add that to my my dictionary.
Yeah.
Repertoire.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like when I took him to the doctor the other day for a follow up, it literally we passed like I think 4 or 5 speedways, and he's like, "Daddy icy, Daddy icy," and I'm like, "We'll get ices on the way back from the doctor's if you're good." Okay, but Daddy icy, and I'm like,
"Yep,
no, that's a speedway." No, it's called icy, and I'm like, "No, we get ices from speedway." No, and I'm like, "Oh my god, yes, the joys of having a 3 and almost a 3-nager."
Oh yeah, yep.
3-nager.
3-nager, absolutely, 1000%.
I love it.
Oh, you're gonna learn, monkey.
Henry's already
Times
throwing
2.
his terrible 2 tantrums. He's already throwing them.
Guess what? They don't stop at 2, buddy.
I know.
Yeah.
They didn't start at 2 either.
Yeah.
Terrible 2s. God, I used to know like what they were all called. But anyway, back on topic.
Yeah.
So because we're not doing the
Critical Role
recap, which also, was amazing.
Oh my gosh. So good.
And I held my shit together until fucking Liam O'Brien. God damn it.
A master of the arts, a thespian of the role-playing
He's so
world.
good.
Fuck, he's so good.
He is one to
So
aspire
good, but
to be. Goddamn.
But god damn it, I was just like at my computer in the middle of the day just watching that, and then just started sobbing. And Candace like, "You okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine. Leave me alone." Just had my heart ripped out and stomped on. I'm okay.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. Did you watch the recap, where they talked about all of the campaign?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I thought that was real nice. I liked the first and the last question, which was, who's on the Teldolier Council?
Right. Nope, someone else died. What? No, the campaign's over!
No! Yes. So it's really good. That if we can get a hold of Yaka and he can finish watching it, because I think he still has to finish the last episode, right?
I think so. I think he's on either that or the second to last, because last I knew he watched when they blew up the... It was the end of 139, because he blows up the thing. This unknown.
Oh, yeah. Fun. But if we can get that in a timely manner, then maybe we'll get it out. But if it's already past the time, and then like a couple more weeks, there's just kind of no point in putting our opinion out there.
Because I'm sure there's a bunch of other podcasts like ours that have put their opinion out the next day.
I know.
Oh, dude,
we're slackers.
I was the one who like was on their shit pretty much. Like I was done by that week. Like we got to do this. Like
do it now. And I'm like,
but I think I even told you guys, like I watched a video and agreed with 99.9% of it, but I downvoted the video because this person they said they're gender fluid, which I'm completely fine with. But they said if a certain character stays dead, you're anti-trans. And I'm like,
what?
Like, if you were okay with the... No, that was their thing. They didn't go into any reason behind it or anything. It was like, if you want Molly to stay dead, you're fucking anti-trans. And I just kind of went, huh? Like...
No?
I do not want that person at my table.
No, because...
I don't understand that correlation.
No. I guess it's because Taliesin's part of the community, and they thought, like, he didn't get his... to play this character, and it was, like, a thing, so we should be fine with how it happened, and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, no, that's the way the game works. Like, if it would have stayed... Like, me personally... When they tried to revive and it was that fail, and then they did divine intervention, I wanted that fucker to come up like 99 or 100, just... like, I didn't want it to work, because I just thought it was a good story. Like, hey...
Yeah.
Molly was able to fight within and help them defeat and save the world. Like, that was a good story, but...
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It's a story. It's a story in a fictional world. Like, he died. Didn't he die
twice? A fictional world that is controlled by dice.
Times. Yeah.
So, like, yes, if he dies and he stays dead, I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter what he is or who he is. He's going to stay dead. Unless you're going to bring him back from the dead as a zombie again. It's fine.
It was just, like I said, I agreed with most of it, because it was basically someone... doing their reaction to the community, the toxic part.
Oh, yeah. Fun. We did something like that.
Yeah. And it was just like, oh, hey, this, that, and the other, this is how we feel. And like I said, agreed with 99.9% of it. Like, the people who were like, no, this is how it should have gone. These are our characters. No, they're their characters. Mm-hmm. We just fell in love with them because they showed us and built these... and entertained us.
And I've seen a correlation of that, of people who like watch YouTubers. YouTubers will put out hundreds and hundreds of hours of content and stuff like this, and the people who watch them feel this connection with them because technically it's only the YouTuber on their screen and them. Like, that's the connection that they're starting to form in their brain, but in real life, clear, like, this YouTuber has no idea who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
They're looking at a computer screen and they're seeing views on analytics. That's all it is.
Yeah. You're not to say that people don't appreciate the views and stuff, but Correct. You're a number, and they start to feel
I really like that number's 10,200, but fuck that number 10,201. That dude's a dick.
Yeah, he was an ass.
But, they start to feel like, oh, I'm their fan. They should do what I want. They're here because of me, so I should really dictate what they do and say. And that's a lot of how people get attached to the characters in any, actual play shows like Critical Role or what have you.
Yeah.
And it's even more intense because these people are amazing at their job and they can bring all of the emotions and feelings into it, so it feels much more genuine. Not to say it probably isn't genuine at the table, because they probably do feel some of the same emotions that their characters are feeling, but because they're in that role-playing space and they're being vulnerable, it makes it easier to try to connect with them, and then people feel like they have, license over the things that they do or say, when that's not true.
I think that's a problem with anything, though, nowadays, because it feels like...
Yeah, any presence.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, my God.
When that final season came out, people either loved it or hated it. This final arc on Attack on Titan that just finished up a little bit ago. People lost their fucking minds because, not to give anything away, but they basically took the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? The phrase, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain of the main character. They literally did that to Eren Yeager, and...
Well, now I can't watch it.
Got butthurt.
Thanks, Drake.
Well, no,
what I'll do? I'll do like whoop 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 spoiler. Spoiler alert. We'll have a new thing.
It's been
you
out.
were gonna watch it anyway.
I was not gonna watch it. It does not matter. No.
You and I have had this conversation. You had no desire of watching. I told you, skip like 3 episodes in.
I skipped seasons, and I started watching clips of some of the later stuff. I'm like, this shit's badass. I like this, but I can't get past the first 2 episodes. I just cannot do it.
Fair enough.
Oh my God.
Not my job.
But yeah, that and shit also, gets spoiled because I tried to avoid it, and people were like, all these different groups are like, okay, don't spoil Attack on Titan, and you literally see some troll at like 2 o'clock in the morning when I take my lunches, and, most admins are either asleep or at work if they're on the other side of the world, are like, guess what, this is what happened.
Spoil everything.
Exactly. Yeah, and... as of like the recording, it's been out and done for months now. There's no spoiler warning anymore. It doesn't matter. People
still say spoiler warning for like
Star Wars.
Yeah, old ass fucking shit. And I'm like, really? There should be a expiration date on spoiler warnings.
I mean, you watch Mojo's countdowns or any of those on YouTube, and they're like, "Hey, we're doing our favorite PS2 video game ending. Spoiler alert!" Like, really?
Right, like Final Fantasy VII, guys. Spoiler alert.
PS2, as in 2007.
Yeah, no, that's PS3.
That is PS3. PS2 is 99 to 2004.
2001.
I know the PS2
Okay, well then I guess it was right. It was like the end of the life of the PS2.
Oh.
PS2 started, I think, 2002, 2003. Yeah.
I don't know.
But, Final Fantasy X.
Oh, I do.
Spoiler warnings, like,
it just
hey,
works.
I've played and beaten Final Fantasy X so many fucking times. Like, that game is just known. But, this has kind of become a rambling episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. So, to bring it back, Busy Adults, this is going to be kind of like a running series when we don't really have anything else kind of planned.
And if other people like Yaka don't show up.
I was going to say,
Yaka,
or one of us bails at the last minute.
Fuck you.
Yeah, well, fuck you guys.
Anyway.
I'm just kidding, I love you.
Yeah, we all do.
Oh, yeah, I love you too.
But, yeah, so what we're going to be doing, guys, is going through each class. And we're not going to do them all in this episode. We're going to do one class per episode and some of our favorite subclasses from that class. We're starting by going through the main class in the player's handbook. So we're not starting at Artificer. We're going to start at the Barbarian. but we are going to be looking at the subclasses in the other books, if those are the ones that we really like. So I guess, who wants to start?
I will.
Okay, it looks like Drake's going to start. The one who doesn't really know. Oh, okay, he's going through Xanathars.
Xanathars.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because, we literally were talking about Critical Role, and for Barbarian, I didn't even know this existed until,
2 minutes ago?
Ashley Johnson. No, I knew about it. Until Ashley Johnson played on Critical Role Yasha, and, the Path of the Zealot Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
That is solid. Starting at level 3, you get Warrior of the Gods. If you're, die and someone casts Raise Dead on you, they don't need components. They just go, hey, get your ass back up.
Whoa.
And you're fine. Yeah. Fanatical Focus at level 6. If you fail a save and throw by raging, you get to re-roll it. You can do it only once per rage. So just think about that. Once per rage. Most shit like that, you get a reroll is once per long rest.
Yeah, and you can end a rage and then start a new one the next round.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just nuts.
But then you don't want to waste all of your rages all in the same
right.
time.
But I'm just saying, you could be in a fight, have to do a save or die, fail, reroll it, succeed, end that fight, and then be like, okay, we're going for a rest. And then, the DM's like, haha, fuckers, you're not done yet. Here's another battle.
Whoops.
Re-rage, and you have that ability.
Reset.
Reset.
Yeah.
Like I said, most classes, if they've got to, re-roll a thing because it's once per long rest.
Correct.
And this is hey, once per rage, and which is, how many rages do they get? Or how does their rage work?
5 or 6. Hold on.
Rage.
That's what I'm looking up right now.
You're fine. You're...
Yeah, you start out at level 1 with 2 rages, and then it goes up to unlimited rages at level 20.
Yeah.
So, that's just insane. And then if, you're playing high level, that's, like Monkey just said, you can literally be ah!
You can't die. Zealots cannot die at that point.
Right, as long as they take points, and I'll get to that in a minute. Zealous Presence, you learn to channel divine power to inspire zealotry. You get to use a battle cry as a bonus action for up to 10 other creatures 60 feet of you that gain advantage on all attacks and saving throws until the start of your next turn.
Man, now that is clutch.
Yeah, that is clutch, but that is once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you do a long rest.
That's
so
it's only 8 hours.
Pretty standard.
It's only 8 hours,
right,
guys.
But I'm saying that one follows.
Yeah.
And then Monkey just said, the rage beyond death. If you watch season 2 Critical Role, you saw Ashley Johnson use this when she had to fight her Stormlord minions to use the weapon. Beginning at 14th level, the divine power that fuels your rage allows you to shrug off fatal blows. When you're raging, having 0 hit points doesn't knock you unconscious. You still must make death saving throws, and you suffer the normal effects of taking damage while at 0 hit points. However, if you would die to a failing death saving throw, you don't die until your rage ends. And then you die then only if you still have 0 hit points. So you literally could be like, oh, hey, I failed my death saving throws. I'm at literally death saving throw number 20.
Yeah.
But you're still taking damage, and you're still raging. And then, your turn ends, and it's okay, your turn's coming up. You're going to die the minute it's your turn, and Cleric goes, Cure Light Wounds for 1d4 points, or, the Paladin comes
healing
up
word.
Anything. Yeah, lay on hands, Paladin.
Yeah, lay on hands for 1 point.
Yeah.
You're good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is fucking clutch.
And at that level, Paladin has, 100 points to lay on hands.
Right, but I'm just saying, you could be, if you really want to just kind of go...
One.
Be that person for your DM, hey, guess what, DM? What? Boop, yep. 1 point of damage, heal. They're good. Yep. They're literally at, negative 200 hit points. How? Doesn't care. Boop.
They're alive.
And that's when your DM pulls out the Disintegrate spell, and you're fucked.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Guess what? What? Paladin, Disintegrate. Uh-oh. Yeah. So yeah, that's my thing.
That's probably the only spell that would do anything.
Unless you have an anti-magic field or something.
To that barbarian at that point, because there's hardly any other spells that obviously power word kill, right? That's under 100. If you're under 100, you just die, auto die.
I think so.
I don't know if. Actually, that's a good point. Do you would power?
No, I think if it says if it kills, I think it would still take effect because you're not dropping to, you're not taking damage. It's literally you're dead.
Yeah.
Because I thought that's what it was. If you have less, well, yeah, that's true. If you have less than 100, you're dead. Yeah. 0 is less than 100.
I don't know. I feel like that might be one of those, you'd feel out the moment, see how it would work.
Yeah.
And then maybe be like, okay, fine, this is how this is going to play out.
Yeah.
High or low, and let the dice decide.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God, no.
But all around, pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's the one a lot of people go to because it's the unkillable. So.
Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty dope.
And even if, say, you're higher than level 14 and you do die, as long as you got a fucking cleric,
yeah,
be like, oh my god, all these people are dead. Okay, well, use your components on them and just when you're done, be like, oh yeah, by the way, get your bitch ass up. You're alive again. They don't need components for you.
Yeah.
They just go, hey, up.
Just get up.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and it's huge because that's the limiting factor of a lot of those is the gold cost of,
Well, you gotta have a 500 gold diamond or something. So let's
or
say
something
you
that
guys
costs like it.
Right. You guys went on your shopping trip. You had let's say you're playing a big campaign, our first one where we had 7-8 motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And me. Let's say the clerics decide, oh hey, we're gonna have 2 or 3, diamonds just chilling to revive because if we lose more than that we're in bad shape.
Oh yeah, shouldn't be here.
And say that one additional person dies, but it's the barbarian. Who's that? Be like, well, okay, I'll use this diamond to revive you, this diamond to revive you, this diamond to revive you. We're out of diamonds. Oh well, thankfully the barbarian is this. Hey, get your ass up.
Yep. Yeah. Nice.
Thanks for listening to Busy Adults. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and pretty much everywhere else on the internet. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to wherever you listen to Busy Adults. That's BUSYADDULTS. Now, back to the show.
That's me. Who's next?
I guess I will go next because I know that Monkey has put a lot of thought into his.
I build characters for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monkey's gonna be me in this episode. So
I build characters for fun.
Yeah. So I like the Totem Barbarian. That's probably, if I were to choose Barbarian, that'd be my go-to. However, with the new addition from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, I'd be liking that Path of the Wild magic. It looks pretty sweet. So it's the kind of like a wild magic sorcerer, but there's just a lot less bad effects that could happen with it.
And by a lot less, don't you mean 0? There's 0 bad effects that go along with it?
No. I think I didn't look specifically at the... Here, let me pull it up. I'm gonna cut this part out. Hey, cut this part out while I look up the thing. You're gonna cut this out. Na 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 na.
He's gonna love it.
Great. So the wild magic surge only it's a D8. Okay, and we're back. Here we go. For the wild magic surge for the barbarian, which begins at 3rd level, it's actually only a D8. Let me just skim through these real quick.
I think the only drawback is you might hurt your teammates. Nothing bad happens to you specifically when you rage with those powers. They're still random.
So the worst one at the moment, it's a bolt of lightning shoots from your chest. Flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your rage ends. The ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain. For your enemies. That's it. Just for your enemies.
Yeah.
It's like...
I told you, nothing specifically bad for you.
Oh, yeah. That's true. There's no downsides. But I like the idea of just, like, random magic. I would love a wild magic sorcerer, but there's too many downsides to doing it, and I am, like, ultra party-based. Like, I want to have fun with my friends and do adventures and stuff, and I don't want to hurt anyone, and we're gonna be a family. Like, I can't help it. That's... My D&D, my fun D&D is a cooperative game where we all love each other and we beat up bad guys.
Whereas I play the bird who constantly shoots my one really weak friend on accident.
On accident! You keep rolling those natural ones.
So many natural
So many. That's at 3rd level for the Path of the Wild Magic Barbarian. You also gain magical awareness, and so that's when you're able to sort of like learn, until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense the spell, you learn the school of magic it belongs to, so it's like a detect magic, which... How cool is that? You can do magic stuff. Like, I would like to see this channeled through a rage of some kind. Maybe you don't have to do a rage, but like you just concentrate real hard and just like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
like,
just get that Dragon Ball Z, just power up.
Okay, yeah, that's there's a spell on that door. Just absolutely wild. And then additionally, obviously, the Wild Magic Surge at level 3. Bolstering magic at level 6. Beginning at 6th level, you can harness your wild magic to bolster yourself or a companion. As an action, you can touch one creature, which can be yourself, and confer one of the following benefits to that creature. You can pretty much bless them. For 10 minutes, the creature can roll a d3, which, I don't know, do you just roll a d6 and cut the number in half, or I don't know.
Yeah, probably, or a d4 and you only take 3 and under.
That's true.
Well, d3s are usually d6s. Just
are they?
1 and 2 is 1, 2 or 3 and 4 is 2.
Oh, yeah.
5 and 6 is 3.
That makes sense.
See. But yeah, you bless them like without concentration. No concentration needed. To add a d3 to attack rolls and ability checks. Yeah. Pretty awesome. Or to roll a d3 and the creature regains 1 expended spell slot of the level that you rolled. Like, that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
You can do it on yourself or other people. And you can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency modifier. So at 20th level, that's 6 times.
Nice.
Crazy. So at 10th level, you get the Unstable Backlash. At 10th level, when you are imperiled during your rage, the magic within you can lash out. Immediately after you take damage or fail a saving throw while raging, you can use a reaction to roll on the Wild Magic table and immediately produce the effect rolled. This effect replaces your current Wild Magic effect. Cool. Awesome. And then last one at 14.
Was there any... Sorry to interrupt. Was there any, like, just whenever you take damage or...
Take damage
for long rest?
Take damage and failed saving throw.
Yeah, whenever... immediately after you take damage or fail a saving throw while raging. You have to be raging. You use a reaction to roll on your Wild Magic table, which is the one.
But you could use it like every turn when you get your reaction reset.
No, it says equal to your
proficiency.
Oh, your proficiency.
Yes,
okay.
proficiency.
I mean, that's still not bad,
especially at that level. What was that? 14th, you said?
No, 10th.
10th? Oh god, that's 4 times.
Actually, it doesn't say proficiency. The proficiency was on that last
okay.
The last thing. No, it just says when you are in rage, you can lash out. You use your reaction to do it.
So yeah, it's like every single turn. One reaction.
So yeah, you can do it. I didn't know if it was like once per short rest, once per long rest, or as long as you're raging. Jesus. So yeah, literally once per turn.
On a reaction.
This is broke.
Yeah.
Hit me! Pop! Let's roll. Next turn. Hit me! Roll. Like, good lord.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, at level 14, you gain Controlled Surge. Whenever you roll on the Wild Magic table, you can roll the dice twice and choose which of the 2 effects you would like to unleash. If you roll the same number, you can ignore the number and choose any effect you want on the table.
What?
This class is broke as fuck.
So that's why I want to play one. It looks real fun. Like, because with these type of things, like, oh, there's a downside,
right.
or there's like a one of your features that's like, this is kind of a bum feature.
Yeah.
It's only usable during X, Y, or Z.
Very
These
situational.
are all pretty fucking good.
They're all good and they're all fucking usable.
Yeah.
They're all good. They're all usable. It's crowd control. It is
tank.
It's tanky. It's damage dealing. It is support.
Yeah.
Support, like.
Yeah. So, okay.
This is all around really good class to do.
So say this happens. You start your rage. The rage then does the viney thing to make it very, oh my god, I
Difficult
can't
terrain.
talk. Difficult terrain. Thank you. Yeah, I'm exhausted right now. I apologize. So
One
you
point
do
of
that.
Exhaustion.
Yes, you do that. Stop the enemies from moving that are around you, surrounding you, because you're the fucking tank. Now, your wizard, because he can, throws a fucking fireball at you. Now you fail your dex save. Guess what? Wild magic reaction, bitches!
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, like right there, within a turn, you've done wild magic twice and really fucked over the enemy.
And especially if you are at this level 14, you're like, yeah, you know what? I think I'll just fail this save or whatever, you know. And you
just
do
decide
fail
to
it.
stand there.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'll do something else. Roll up, double 3s. That means I could pick whatever the fuck I want off of this table.
Exactly.
I'm picking this good, you know.
The tendrils. Tendrils that lash out and fuck everybody.
Whatever pertains to the situation. So it's really good because I feel like the Barbarian was always missing a little bit of magic.
Yes. 100%.
You know, there are...
Well, I mean, they're kind of built to be like that superstitious, like, magic bad.
Yeah. Hitting good.
Hitting good.
Right.
That's right.
But I just want a little bit of this is enough. Like, this just a little bit. And these are just the path of the wild magic. You still get all the regular random, like, Barbarian stuff. Like, you know, Primal Champion at 20. When you can... Unlimited Rages at level 20. Brutal critical dice. Like, ability score. Like, you just still get all the regular stuff.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
Fucking Feral Instinct. And then Relentless Rage. All of it.
Relentless Rage. Oh my God. Like, you be raging.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
So, I just thought that this was fun, and I can't wait to play one day, because I'm going to do all the things.
All the things. God.
I don't know. I think if I chose a character like this with the background, I might be like a wizard dropout. Like, I tried to be a wizard, it didn't quite work out, but I did get some magic stuff.
Yep.
You know, somebody
threw a gem into my body.
Yeah, exactly. Like this wand, I got a splinter, and it just keeps giving out magic every once in a while. I can't control it, but it's really good. Just wait till you see, guys.
God damn it. All because of a splinter from a shitty wand.
Dun 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 dun.
God.
So that's me.
Alright, well, I guess over to me. Yeah, so the reason they're making me go last is because I did make a character like this a few months ago. Only he's not the typical, like, I'm going to rage and destroy everything kind of barbarian. I picked the Path of the Ancestral Guardian, which is more of like a defender, kind of like support barbarian. You still got your rage. You still got the fucking strength. But starting at 3rd level, while you're raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn becomes the target of, like, ancestral warriors. So that target has disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against you. So say you have a fighter that's right next to you that the enemy starts to attack. Now, you start your rage, you run up on him, you hit that enemy. If that enemy wants to continue to attack your friend, it's always at disadvantage. Now, if he wants to come back and hit you, then it's just a straight normal attack. So at that point, you're pulling more of the damage away from your friend and you're taking more. Which, I mean, you're a barbarian, you're already doing half damage, like your physical resistance.
Right.
So that's awesome. That's fantastic. At 6th level, you get Spirit Shield. So what that does is, if you're raging and another creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to reduce that damage by 2d6. Completely. 2d6 gone. So say the fighter or cleric or whatever, 30 feet away, is getting hit by somebody else. He's about to go down. Use your reaction to say, no, reduce that damage by 2d6 at 6th level. That increases up to, I just had it, where to go, 4d6 at 14th level.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And how many times can you do this?
It's a reaction. Do it as many times as you want.
Like the other thing we were just talking about? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So,
okay,
every
I have
reaction.
a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. What kind of things do barbarians have as a reaction normally? Like,
normally,
I mean, some of them, they can do, like, an attack of opportunity. That's what everybody
Sentinel.
has. But that's really it, right? It's not like monks where they can do all sorts of bullshit.
Yeah, no, they're not like your spellcasters, not like your monks. At most, I think some of them can get Sentinel.
Yeah.
So that would be your
and that's
reaction.
a feat.
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah.
Yep, yeah. Usually they don't get a whole lot. Like the Storm Herald will get an extra special something that you can use on your reaction or bonus action. But that's really it. There isn't a whole lot that the Barbarian uses outside of attack.
So all the classes that we've talked about, they've had something additional for their reactions. Like, that is a great way to give Barbarians something extra to do besides hitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, I mean, they can keep hitting, but...
Right, and yeah, that's exactly it. They're going to keep fucking hitting. They're going to make themselves the target, which is the point. And when you have a lot of health and all this physical resistance, make yourself the target in a melee combat.
But God forbid if you need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah, you're fucked. Goodbye. Goodbye to your brain. So yeah, at 10th level, you get Consult the Spirits. Now, this is situational. This is not a combat thing. At 10th level, you gain the ability to consult with your ancestral spirits. When you do so, you cast the Augury or Clairvoyance spell without using a spell slot or material components. Rather than creating a spherical sensor telling you the weather or shit like that within the next 24 hours, this use of Clairvoyance invisibly summons one of your ancestral spirits to the chosen location. That's it. So they tell you what it is. Instead of like a little orb, it's your spirit telling you the weather.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever Augury does. I don't know off the top of my head.
Isn't Augury like find the path or...
I think so. The DM chooses the following possible omens. Good results, bad results, both and good. So it's very vague what Augury does. By casting gem-inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divining tool, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So this could be good for like going into a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
you can only cast this once until you finish a short or long rest. So
that's not bad.
It's not terrible, but if you're in a dungeon and you have multiple choices to make throughout the dungeon, this is the only time you can really use it. Like,
yes and no. It's well for good results, woe for bad results, yes. Well and woe for both. Nothing if they're not especially good or bad. Also doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome.
Yes.
Such as casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
It's incredibly vague.
Yeah.
The augury spell is incredibly vague. So this isn't especially good at all for a barbarian, but it's cool for like roleplay things or just to get a general sense of what might happen. That's it.
Clairvoyance is interesting too.
Interesting.
Because that's the other spell that you would get. It says you create an invisible sensor within a range in a location familiar to you. And the sensor remains for the duration, which is concentration up to 10 minutes. When you cast the spells, you choose seeing or hearing, and you can use the chosen sense to sense through the sensor as if you were in that place. So, and for an action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. A creature can see the sensor, like if they can see invisibility or true sight, as it's like a scry orb, that you would see. But that one's actually pretty useful.
That one I could see being pretty useful. I got it mixed up with a different spell. So sorry. But yeah, that one could be pretty useful, but again, it's short or long rest, so it's really a one-time use unless you guys rest a lot.
Yeah. Unless you have a warlock in the group that always wants to be taking a short rest.
Yeah, fucking Aaliyah. God.
I miss Aaliyah.
That bitch.
I know.
So yeah, that one I'm not too thrilled with. It's good, like I said, for role play or just to see what may or may not happen in the future. So yeah, but the 14th level is pretty cool. Vengeful Ancestors. At 14th level, your ancestral spirits grow powerful enough to retaliate. When you use your spirit shield to reduce the damage of an attack, the attacker takes an amount of force damage equal to the damage that your spirit shield prevents. So that 2d6, instead of negates, just reflects.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a lot more than that because it starts at 2d6 for
that's right.
6th level.
At 14th, it's
14th, it's 4d6.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty great. So, your main thing is going to be protecting your other melee or even, like, say, the wizards being attacked. You can negate it. Now, I don't remember. Did it say anything about physical damage? Or does it not matter?
If you are raging, another creature you can see takes damage.
So it doesn't matter.
Damage.
So magical as well. So that is pretty powerful.
Does the damage have any other... Just takes damage, doesn't say melee, doesn't say...
It just says within 30 feet you take damage. You can use your reaction to reduce.
So, if somebody got hit with, like, a fireball, can you reduce that
within
damage?
30 feet?
Yeah, reduce that damage.
Well, if you're in 30 feet, you're in the fireball range.
Yeah, but, like, if you're a barbarian, man, you're not going to give a fuck.
No, you got
those hit points for days.
Exactly.
Right, because you also have... there's another feature for the barbarians, like, they can just save or something.
I know the totem...
Like, if the...
has something.
I think they get uncanny dodge or some shit too.
Danger sense is what you get at second level.
You have advantage on dex.
Yep.
Dex saving throws.
Such as traps and spells. So, but you can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. I cannot talk.
So, while you can't talk, tell me what your character concept for this type of... Because you said you created a character.
Yep. And it'll work for almost any world. Almost.
You tell me yours, and then I'll tell you the one that I just thought up of after you tell me yours.
Okay. All right. So my guy, he was a part of an army, and that army was told to wipe out an area. So okay, I'm a part of the Royal Army. Whatever. We go and find out that the target is a village. Don't know why, but they want us to destroy a village. I ain't doing it. why would I destroy a village in our kingdom for no reason? So I disobey orders. And in disobeying orders, well, my captain says, well, too bad, we're killing him. So the captain then sends the other soldiers who aren't betraying the kingdom to kill innocent villagers, farmers, stuff like that. So he starts as a fighter at level 1. And then during whatever that fight is, level 2, we'll say, he's now a level 1 barbarian. Kind of multi-classing just at the beginning there. But as a level 2 barbarian, his ancestral stuff starts to kind of peak. He can't use it, but it's shown. So he knows he has that power. But that's it. And then from there on, he's just there to protect people. That's what he does.
Aww,
and when he gets,
I like that.
Then he rages out when innocents are being attacked. So,
I think that's a great idea.
Thanks. So, like I said, it'll work for almost any setting, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I try and do with my characters. I try and make them very generic backgrounds. That way, once I know where we're going, I can build off of it.
Right.
Because I have so many characters created that I can't make them specific. I just can't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically it. That's him. And he dual wields. He's going to be 2-weapon fighter with the fighter 2-weapon fighting style.
Ooh.
From the first. But he's either going to dual wield hatchets, the hand axes, or maces. They're the same, which is ridiculous. They're the same damage, just the hand axes are light, which gives you the 2-weapon fighting. You can do that, but they're the same damage. So I would ask at that point the DM, which I'm sure is probably going to be Drake in that case, can I just use a mace? It's the same fucking damage.
Right.
So, like, there's no special bits to it, whereas the hand axe, I can throw it.
Is hand axe just like slashing and mace is bludgeoning?
That's exactly
that would be it.
That's exactly it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. 1d6. Okay. Just 1d6 slashing, hand axe, bludgeoning, mace. But the hand axe can be thrown.
That's true. It can be thrown. Okay.
But, like, I don't care. Let me have maces.
I mean, the way I've always played it in that is if you're a barbarian and you got enough strength, everything is a thrown weapon.
The halfling is a thrown weapon if you're angry enough.
Absolutely.
If you're a barbarian and you got that high enough strength, the wizard is a projectile.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, I'd love to see that.
If I wanted to do, like, a heavy weapon, I would then ask, like, say I want to dual wield battle axes, or, like, great axes or great swords, whatever.
Oh.
Or great maces.
Yeah. If I want to dual wield something like that, I would then ask you, okay, can I dual wield them without any penalties when I rage, but with penalties when I'm not? Like, disadvantage?
If your strength was high enough, I'd totally allow it.
So, yeah.
Isn't there a feat that allows you to do that?
Not.
I think so.
Not in
at least there was in Pathfinder in 3.5.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Pathfinder will let you do whatever you want, and here it has to be a light weapon. So.
Okay.
Although, speaking of Pathfinder 2.0 is getting a lot of hate.
Is it now?
Oh, yeah. It's been out for a while.
It's been out for a year and a half now, I think.
There's a lot of hate. I've
man.
been seeing a lot of YouTube hate coming just because...
It's different.
It's different, but they're also making it like... They release stuff to try to fix it, and it just makes more shit broke.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And it's just... Yeah, a lot of people who are like, hey, we hate the stereotype of, like, broke people who just want to, like... Game breakers want to play Pathfinder. People who actually want to role play and have fun play D&D. And they're like, that stereotype with each, like, new edition that Pazio releases gets more and more cemented in.
So I have the second edition. I do. I haven't really done much with it, but I have it.
So,
yeah.
Speaking of having fun and role playing.
Yes, do your thing. Let's go. Let's go!
So we were going through the stuff for that Path of the Ancestral Guardian, and I'm like, oh man, so much honor! Like, such a good companion, a party person. So I went the opposite route, and I went with the Barbarian with like 1 or 2 levels of Bard, and so now he's just a jerk. Like, he's just a big jerk Guido guy who is like taunting people, like, "Hey, come over here! Why don't you come and fight me, you ass? Like, you ass much? Come over here, huh?
So,
like,
so he's a Jersey boy.
Jerk about it.
Yeah, a Jersey boy Gaston.
Yeah.
Cool.
just like a Jersey Shore himbo, but that, like, he just wants to fight and protect his friends. Like, he fights and he loves, and that's all that he does.
Oh my god.
Because the same thing with, like, spirit or consult the spirits, I'm thinking, like, he just gets really high. And he, like,
gotta hit that hookah.
He just, like, smokes a bunch of that good Toby, and he, like, puffs up his ancestral guardian, which is probably, like, his uncle or something.
Hey, you schmuck!
Yeah, exactly.
You don't let him talk to them that way?
Yeah, don't let him talk to you that way. What do you think? Who do you think you are? Where do you come from? Huh? Well, you're making yourself look like a schmuck out there. What's wrong with you? Like, just absolute, like, ridiculousness. But also adding it to, like, with the Bard, so that I'm pretty sure you can get, like, a vicious mockery in there every once in a while, and just a little bit, not a whole bunch, like 1 or 2 levels of Bard, just to get some. I probably just 1 level of Bard, actually, just to get some stuff going. But, like, that was when you're going through that, it just like, oh, ancestral protector, and, you know, your story about just wanting to protect people and be a help to the party, and I just think of an asshole that has a popped collar and fucking shuttered, like, sunglasses.
Oh my god, I remember those. Fuck.
Not to mention a vengeful ancestor. Like,
yeah.
Come on, can you imagine this guy's grandma, like, coming out here, "Don't come after my grandson, what's wrong with you?" And just, like, slapping the shit out of somebody.
Oh my god. I need to see it. I need to see it at least once.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we can't both play the same character.
I know.
We can't both have the same class and subclass. That would be upsetting to, you know.
Player comp. Party comp. Yeah. It'd be terrible for party composition. Holy crap.
Yeah.
No, wouldn't it be? Have a cleric for healing, and then you two just literally blocking damage. Like, no.
We could be the Bash Brothers.
Oh my god. No.
Yes.
The only thing that'll kill us is magic.
Oh no. But yeah, that's unfortunately what I thought hearing this class.
Oh, yeah, and I'm over here like, I want to protect my friends. I just want to do that, guys. I played a paladin too much.
I want to protect my friends too. I'm just an asshole.
No. Jesus.
Well, my character's an asshole. I'm only a little bit of an asshole.
Only a little bit.
A minute.
But I believe that's our episode for today, guys. So
yeah, let us know what your favorite subclass is for barbarians and, like, what you've played.
Or because we didn't talk about any of the Unearthed Arcana ones, because those change all the time.
Right.
So yeah, let us know in comments or tag us in posts and stuff. Let us know what your favorite barbarian subclasses are.
Yeah. So until next time, guys, have a good night.
Peace.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to our Barbarian class episode. If you like and want to see more of our content, like, share, and subscribe wherever you listen to The Busy Adults. Hope to see you around at the next episode. Bye.